Ever met someone who just seems untouchable? They walk into a room and you can feel the energy shift. They're not loud, they're not aggressive, but they have this aura of pure, unfiltered confidence. We call them savages. But what does that really mean? It's not about being mean or cruel. It's about a level of self-assurance and honesty that most people only dream of. Today, we're breaking down the 4 core traits of a true savage. Are you ready to find out if you've got what it takes? Or maybe you'll learn how to channel a little bit of that savage energy yourself. Let's get into it. First up, radical honesty. This is the bedrock of the savage mindset. A savage doesn't have time for sugarcoating. They don't dance around the truth to spare feelings. If something is off, they say it. If someone is being fake, they call it out. The vibe is, I'm not being mean, I'm being honest. This can be intimidating for people who are used to white lies and social niceties. Imagine you're in a meeting and someone presents a terrible idea. Everyone else is nodding along, maybe offering some vague, polite feedback. The savage in the room is the one who calmly says, "This won't work, and here's why." It's not personal. It's about efficiency and truth. They see nonsense for what it is and have no problem pointing it out. This isn't about creating drama. In fact, it's the opposite. By cutting through the noise, they get to the point faster than anyone else. They don't engage in passive-aggressive behavior or gossip behind people's backs. They deliver their thoughts directly to the source. It's a clean, direct form of communication that, while jarring at first, is incredibly respectable. They value truth over temporary comfort. This kind of honesty requires a strong backbone because it often means going against the grain. But for a savage, living inauthentically is far more uncomfortable than speaking a difficult truth. They believe that real relationships, whether personal or professional, are built on a foundation of reality, not on a delicate web of polite fictions. Next, let's talk about the zero cringe factor. You know that feeling when you say something and then immediately replay it in your head, mortified? Or when you want to do something but you re-paralyzed by the fear of what others will think? Savages don't have that. They are seemingly immune to embarrassment. This isn't because they're arrogant. It's because their sense of self-worth is internal. They don't need your approval, so your disapproval doesn't really register. They'll make a bold joke, ask a direct question, or dance in public like nobody's watching because, in their mind, nobody's opinion matters more than their own enjoyment of the moment. This indifference to social judgment is a superpower. It allows them to take risks, to be authentic, and to live freely. While everyone else is worried about fitting in, the savage is busy living. Another key part of this is emotional control. Picture a heated argument. People are yelling, emotions are running high, and things are getting chaotic. The savage is the one who remains completely calm. They don't get swept up in the drama. They maintain their composure, which gives them immense power in the situation. Their calmness makes the other person's emotional outburst look childish. They control the frame of the interaction by refusing to let someone else's emotional state dictate their own. It's like they're playing chess while everyone else is just flipping the board over. This unshakable self-assurance is what allows them to navigate social situations with a level of grace and power that leaves everyone else in awe. Trait number 3 is high-level wit. Being a savage isn't just about being blunt, it's about being clever. It's the art of the clapback. A true savage has a mind that works like lightning. They can deliver a quick, sharp-tongued response that completely shuts down an argument. It's not about being loud or long-winded. In fact, it's the opposite. Efficiency is key. While a hater is typing out a long, angry paragraph, a savage can dismantle their entire argument with a single, perfectly crafted sentence. Think of it as verbal martial arts. They use their opponent's momentum against them, ending the fight before it even really begins. This wit isn't just for defense, though. It's a way of seeing the world. They find humor in the absurd and can make a point with a clever observation that's both funny and painfully true. Their comebacks aren't just mean, they're intelligent. They often expose the flaw in the other person's logic or their hidden insecurity. That's what makes it so effective. It's not just an insult, it's a revelation. This requires more than just a quick mind. It requires a deep understanding of people and social dynamics. They can read a situation, understand the subtext, and formulate a response that hits the exact right note. It's a skill honed over time, born from paying attention and not being afraid to use their voice. A savage with a sharp wit is someone you want on your team and someone you definitely don't want to go up against. Their words are their weapons, and they are masters of their craft. Finally, the fourth and perhaps most important trait: unapologetic boundaries. Savages are masters of their own universe, and that means they fiercely protect their time, energy, and mental space. They understand that their resources are finite, and they refuse to squander them on things or people that don't align with their goals. This is where the power of no comes in. How many times have you said yes to something you didn't want to do just to avoid disappointing someone? A savage doesn't have that problem. They can say no cleanly, clearly, and without a long, drawn-out excuse. No, I can't make it. No, I don't have the bandwidth for that right now. End of story. They don't feel the need to justify their decisions because they know their peace is their own responsibility. They aren't people pleasers. Their focus is internal. They don't look for external validation to feel good about themselves. Their own opinion is the one that carries the most weight. This means they pursue their passions, set ambitious goals, and make decisions based on their own values, not on what society expects of them. They are the main character in their own story, and they refuse to let anyone else write the script. This self-focus isn't selfish, it's self-preservation. By prioritizing their own well-being, they have more to give to the things that truly matter to them. They build a life that they love, on their own terms, and they don't apologize for it. This is the ultimate expression of self-respect, and it's the foundation upon which all other savage traits are built. So let's recap the 4 pillars of a savage. We have radical honesty, speaking the truth without the fluff. We have the zero cringe factor, an immunity to embarrassment powered by internal validation. We have high-level wit, the intelligence to end an argument with surgical precision. And finally, unapologetic boundaries, the self-respect to say no and prioritize your own path. Being a savage isn't about being a jerk. It's about being authentic, self-assured, and in control of your own life. It's about respecting yourself so much that you refuse to be anything less than who you are. Now, you don't have to embody all of these traits all the time, but maybe you can start by being a little more honest in one conversation, or by saying no to one thing you don't want to do. Channeling your inner savage is a journey, not a destination. It's about building the confidence to live life on your own terms. What do you think? Which of these traits resonates with you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like and subscribe for more content. See you next time.